Feeling safe and supported here on your back. Feeling your breath move in and out. It's nice and easy, right? There's nothing to force. No goals to achieve. It's just you in this space, here and now. Noticing the thoughts as they float in and out of your mind. Just a quick acknowledgement and a quick release. More moments here. Noticing the way your body feels. Where are you at emotionally? And how the breath is connecting that emotion to your body. And then once again, let's take another big breath in. So great big inhale. Hold it there at the top. And again, open the mouth and let it go. From here, begin to walk your feet in towards one another. And then pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big squeeze. If you'd like to make some circles, feel free to roll it around a little bit. Yeah, just any small little movements. And then just bring those knees back through center. This time we're going to reach those arms out wide, coming into a T. And then just drop your knees over to the right. Come back through center and drop them over to the left. Just beginning to take those knees from side to side, feeling that little massage on the low back as you go from side to side. Option to keep the gaze up towards the sky or to alternate the gaze. As the knees go right, the gaze goes left. And then as knees go left, gaze goes right. Stretch for the neck. If that doesn't feel good, then just keep your gaze up towards the sky. Take it one more time, side to side. And then this time as you bring the knees back through center from here, go ahead and bring that right knee on top of the left knee. Still down on your back. And then use your hands to grab onto your knees or your shins and just slowly begin to pull those knees a little closer in towards the chest. Starting to feel a little stretch through that right hip. Too crazy. Again, not forcing anything, but just noticing that little sensation that comes most particularly into that right hip crease. And you're free to stay here, but if you'd like to take it just a little bit deeper, release the hands from the knees or the shins, and then use the hands to grab onto the outsides of the feet. Okay, so you're going to probably need to open up those legs a little bit further. And then from here, bending into the elbows as you bring those knees in closer, and then the feet come a little bit closer down towards the ground. So obviously you're going to notice a deeper stretch through that right hip. It's going to move a little bit further to the outside of that right hip. Just notice the sensations for most of us hips. A very tight space. Just acknowledging how that feels. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and release the hands, unwind the legs, and then this time bring that left knee on top. So again, we'll just start with hands on knees or hands on shins. Ooh, notice notice the difference on this side. Maybe your left hip is a little bit tighter than your right, or perhaps it was the other way around. Maybe you're super Gumby-like and your hips feel really nice and juicy already. I am not there. Feels good here, I think. Nice stretch. Awesome. So again, option to stay, or if you'd like, you can free your hands. Bring the hands to the outsides of the feet. And then this time, opening up those legs a little bit as the feet come closer towards the ground, perhaps bending into the elbows a little bit. And maybe that chest and thigh come a little bit closer together. Take 2 more breaths. From here, go ahead and unwind. Bring the knees back through center. Make some circles on the ceiling. Just roll it out. Switch the direction of your roll. And then from here, go ahead and keep your knees pulling in towards your chest. And as promised, we'll do some abs. So bring the hands behind the head. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Lift your chest towards your thighs. All right, from here, keep the head lifted. And then we're going to start to extend those legs out. Bring in the elbows to the knees. And then extend the legs. Let the head just come to hover, elbows wide. Bring those elbows in, knees in, squeeze. And then extend. Keep going. Just a little bit of a crunch here. Keeping your breath moving along with this core workout, right? Building strength and heat through the belly. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time. Bringing it all back in together. And from here, go ahead and free your hands. Reach your hands to the outsides of your feet. And then reach your legs up towards the sky. Yeah. Gaze up towards the toes. Keep that head lifted. And then let's begin to pulse. So just little small lifts through the chest. Pulsing through the belly. Again, make sure you're breathing. If this becomes too much, feel free to take a break. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. And again, knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Nice. Go ahead and release those feet down to the ground. Bringing those feet to about hip distance.
Christina?
Yes.
I'm sorry, can you turn off your music by any chance? There's like a ton of backfeed.
That was too loud.
I don't know, maybe it's just us, but you can only hear like every other beat, so it's like hard to hear you.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you for letting me know.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So feet at hip distance, okay? So walk the feet in towards your bum, and then find those peace fingers, backs of the heels, press the feet into the ground, and then start to lift your hips up, coming into that bridge pose. So from here, keep pressing into the feet, and then from here, reach the arms up over the head. So tops of the hands come to the ground behind you. And then let's take a few of these flowing bridges. So release the hands down, hips down, and then lift up, hands up overhead. Lower down, slow again, controlled movement. Use your breath. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. 3 more rounds. 2. And then this last time, press through the feet, lift the arms up overhead, pick up the hips, and then step. So keep pressing those feet into the ground. Keep lifting up through the hips. Now notice if you're using your glutes, try not to squeeze in through the bum. Try to keep those knees right there, reaching up towards the sky, hip distance. 1 more breath to lift up And then to exhale, lower down. Nice work. One more time. Bring those knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock from side to side. And then on your next exhale, bring that right ankle on top of the left. And then start to roll yourself up to a seated position. So come on up to a seat. Cross the legs in front of the body just to start. Wiggle around, maybe pulling your blessings out from underneath of you. Close the eyes, sit up tall. Feel the heart reach up as the shoulders relax down and back. One more breath here in your Sukhasana. And then reach the arms to the sky. Go ahead and interlace the fingers. And then bring the hands behind the head. Just let your head fall into your hands. Open up those elbows nice and wide. Chest reaches forward. Nice. From here, go ahead and drop your right elbow down. A little bit of a stretch for that left side body. Come back through center. And drop it over to the left. Center. A couple more times, just side to side. If one side feels really good and you want to stay, free. Beautiful. One more time. And then eventually we will find our way back through center. One more time to really lift up through the heart. Feel your heart reach forward. Try to let the head just fall into the hands. Maybe the gaze goes to the sky. Maybe those elbows widen just a little bit more. Big breath in. And then on your exhale, chin comes to the chest, elbows come into your seated cat pose. Allow the shoulders to relax away from the ears. Feel all of that space open up between each of the vertebrae along the spine. Nice, one more breath. Just feel it all stretch out. And then lift your head back up. Nice, go ahead and release your hands behind you. So palms pressing into the mat, fingers facing in towards your bum, and then separate your feet back to that hip distance like we did when we were in our bridge. Go ahead and drop the knees over to the right, lift up that left butt cheek, and then switch it over. Maybe feeling a little bit of a massage through the hip, side to side. And then eventually finding your way back through to center again, pressing the feet into the ground. All right, so we're gonna come in and out of our reverse tabletop, okay? So press the palms into the mat, fingers again facing in towards your bum. From here, press into the feet and then start to lift up your hips. So just lift up and then lower down. Lift up and lower down. 3 more, just like that. Lift up, lower down. 2. Last time, lift up. And this time as you lower down, keep the hands, keep the feet. Again, drop the knees to the right, through center, over to the left, and then back through center. All right. This time we're gonna lift up and we're gonna hold. So if it's too much to hold, then feel free to come down, in and out, just like we did. But here we go. Press into the feet, press into the hands, and then lift up the chest. Notice if the shoulders are starting to roll inward, try to open them up. Yeah. Are your feet evenly pressing into the mat or to the ground? Are you using your whole hand, or are you putting all of the weight into the wrist? Try to balance everything out here. Hold for 3, for 2, 1 more breath, and then lower down again. Drop the knees to one side, back through center, to the other side, just letting that go. All right. Go ahead and bring your hands out in front of you. Let's take a quick wrist break. So interlace the fingers, press the palms forward, and then release, just roll it out. All right, so we're gonna come back into that reverse tabletop. This time we're gonna see if we can't lift up a leg and hold for a little bit, but again, if that's too much, you do what works for you, okay? So hands come back behind you, fingers facing in, press into the feet. Here we go, lift up. All right, so option to come in and out, option to stay, Or option to lift up that right leg and then press those toes forward. Yeah, feel the shake, feel the burn. One more breath. Release the right foot down. Go ahead and send that left foot forward, pointing through those left toes. Again, notice if you're collapsing into the shoulders, try to lift up through the chest. Strong. For 3, for 2. Last breath. Both feet to the ground, bum to the ground. This time, wrap your arms around. Go ahead and find opposite elbows and let the forehead come down to the knees. Again, feel that stretch along the spine, letting it all go. This time, feeling the shoulders roll inward to release. Nice. Take a breath. Nice work, guys. All right, from here. Go ahead and bring your hands by your sides. Just bring that right ankle on top of the left and then come on over into your tabletop. So bringing those hands underneath of the shoulders, knees underneath of the hips. Let's make our way through a couple of cat and cow. So drop the belly down, send the gaze up, and then round and scoop into your cat. A couple more times. If there's something else that you'd like to do, if you'd like to roll around a little bit, you want to send a leg up, feel free. Just taking a couple breaths here to notice, again, how the body feels, where that breath is at today. Yeah. And then eventually finding your way back into that tabletop position. From here, we're going to curl the toes under and simply lift the hips up to the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop that right knee to, not quite to hover, but just a nice deep bend in that right knee, and then allow that left heel to press down to the mat. So taking a nice stretch through the back of that left leg, that left calf, and then switch it out. So bending into the left knee, dropping that right heel down. And then just starting to pedal it out side to side. If it feels good to stay, then spend a little extra time on one side and then the other, just balancing yourself out. And then eventually bringing both heels towards the earth, bringing your chest back towards your thighs. Noticing the shoulders, can you relax, or are they coming up to the ears? Just find some peace through the upper body. From here, staying exactly where you are, the only thing that's going to move is that you're going to lift up onto the tiptoes. So we'll lift those heels up and then release the heels down. Rise up and lower down. A couple more times. One more time. And then this time, we're going to step the feet as wide as the mat. Okay, so step your feet wide. And then walk your hands back one hand print. Okay? Now, start to feel yourself press weight into the heels and start to bring your chest back towards your thighs. So you're going to notice it's a deeper hamstring stretch. And then free that left hand, bring it to the outside of the right calf. And then send your gaze up underneath of that right armpit, taking a twist. Yeah. Breathe. Really feel yourself wringing out. One more breath here in your twist. And then replacing that left hand down. This time right hand finds the outside of that left calf. You see if you can't bend to that right elbow and then gaze underneath of that left arm. Maybe the chest. And find a little bit more rotation, all the while pulling in towards the thigh. Final inhale here. And then replace that right hand. Go ahead and bring the feet back in. Walk yourself back out into traditional downward facing dog. And then from here, go ahead and reach your right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and then open up the hip. Start to take some circles through the ankle. Switch the direction. And then re-extend the leg up to the sky. Send the gaze to the front of your mat. And then step your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Feel your chest reach forward, sink down into that right knee. And then lift the right leg back up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Again, gaze goes forward, right foot, right hand, sink. And then back to the sky, open up. One last time, come forward, bring that right foot to the outside of the right hand. This time we're gonna drop that left knee down to the ground. Go ahead and start to walk your hands up. See that right knee is a little bit further to the outside of your mat than it would normally be. So see if you can't square up the hips. Sink as low as you can go. And then arms reach up towards the sky. From here, interlace the fingers just like we did when we were on our bum. Hands come behind the head, gaze up towards the sky, and then drop that right elbow down. So a little bit more balance involved here, but still feeling that nice stretch through the side body. Come back up, left elbow down. And back through center, let the head fall into the hands. Can you sink a little bit lower into the hips? Can you send the gaze up towards the sky? Feel that heart reach up, one more breath. And then go ahead and bring the hands back down to the mat. Right hand to the inside of that right foot, curl the left toes under, lift up that left knee, and then again, reach that right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. This time, if you'd like to flip your dog, go ahead and drop that right foot to the outside of the left. If you're in your flip dog, reaching the fingers forward, taking one more breath, and then unwinding yourself, coming back to down dog, pedal it out, shake out the head, take a moment. All right, let's do the other side. So here we go. Left leg reaches to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hips. Start with those ankle rolls. Switch the direction. And then extend the left leg to the sky. Look forward. Left foot outside left hand. Sink low. Send it back to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Look forward. Step the foot to the outside of the hand. Back to the sky. Bend the knee. Last time, step it through, send it up, and then as we step that foot to the outside of the hand, start to think about squaring yourself up, and then drop that right knee to the ground. Start to walk the hands back to the top of the knee, take a moment to find balance and sink low, and then here we go, arms up. Go ahead and interlace the fingers again behind the head, gaze goes high. This time we'll start by dropping the left elbow down, right elbow to the sky, through center, over to the right, and back through center. Let the head fall into the hands, gaze up. Can you sink a little bit lower? Be mindful that that left knee is over the ankle. Final deep breath. And then hands come back to the inside of the foot. Curl those right toes under, step yourself back. Left knee to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. If you flipped on the other side, flip it here. Find a nice big reach. Open up the heart, one more breath. And then find your way back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Ooh, big breath out. Go ahead and send the gaze forward. Start to tiptoe your way to the top of the mat, taking your time to get there. And once you do, separate those feet as wide as your hips. And then grab opposite elbows, sway it out, ragdoll, just let it go. Noticing the head, can it hang just a little bit heavier? Can you release something from the face or the jaw? Really give yourself an opportunity to sway from side to side. And then eventually finding your way back through center. Bring the hands to the shins for a halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. This time using your peace fingers to grab onto the big toes. Let's take a nice lift and lengthen here. So reach up through the head, crown of the head towards the front of the room or wherever you are, but finding a nice long spine here. So arms are extended, and then on your exhale, bend the elbows, chest comes to the thighs. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then exhale to fold. 2 more, flatten the back, lengthen the arms. And then nose towards the knees. Last time, find all of that space. And then bend into it, chest comes towards the thighs. Again, head hangs heavy, face just release. And then unbind the toes. Again, hands to the shins for a halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Nice deep bend of the knees as you reach the arms wide. Rise all the way up, come on up. Bring those palms to touch overhead. And then bring the thumbs to the heart. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Take a moment. And let's find our way through some flow. So here we go, arms to the sky. And then exhale, bow down. Inhale, half lift. Hands down, step it back. Find your downward facing dog. And then find your way to plank. Shoulders past wrists. Your choice, knees up or knees down. Lower down. Find your back bend, baby cobra, full cobra. And then eventually make your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Bend into the knees, gaze to the thumbs, upper step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach it to the sky, rise up. And then exhale, bow down. Halfway lift. Hands to the ground, step it back, Urdhva Mukha, downward facing dog. Bring it to that top of the push-up. Make your way through a vinyasa. And then coming back to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Hopper step. Back to the hands, half lift. Fold forward. Reach it to the sky, Hastasana. And then bow down, Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale. Take it back. Find your flow or go straight to down dog. Knowing vinyasa is always optional. Coming back to downward facing dog. This time, right leg reaches to the sky. Go ahead and send the gaze forward. Step the foot in between the hands. Drop that right knee down. Go ahead and rise up. Reach the arms high. Sink low. Yeah. Just hold for a breath. And then release the hands down. From here, we're going to open it up. So bring those right toes to the sky. Shift your weight back. Using your blocks here if that's helpful. Come forward to sink into that front knee. Open up, hips reach back. Come back to the lunge. One more time, toes to the sky. Bring that foot back down. Last time, arms reach up. This time we're gonna twist. So palms come to the heart. And then let's bring that left elbow outside of the right knee. See if you can't reach that right elbow up as you sink a little bit lower. Gaze back behind you. Final deep breath here in your twist. And then unwinding yourself, arms high, hands to the ground, step it back. Downward facing dog, inhale. Ooh, exhale. Bend into the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Find that Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Fold to your Uttanasana. And then take it high, Hastasana. Bowing down, back to Uttanasana. Here we go, half lift. Hands down. Option to flow or to go straight to down dog. Yeah, listening to your body. Some days vinyasa is accessible, some days it is the least bit entertaining at all. So you decide what today is. Left leg reaches up. Go ahead and step it through. And then release that right knee down. Here we go, come on up, reach up. This is just a way for us to start to sink a little bit lower. And then hands come down to the mat. This time shifting the weight back in that left hip, left toes to the sky. And then coming in and out of our lunge. Again, always option to use blocks or books. Following the breath as you move in and out. Last time. And then coming back through center to reach the arms up. Thumbs to the heart. This time we twist left, right elbow outside of that left knee. Again, see if you can't send that left elbow to the sky, really pressing the palms together, thumbs at your heart space. Beautiful. Last breath to wring it all out. And then finding your way back through center, arms up, gaze up, hands down to the ground. Lift up that right foot, that right knee, back to down dog, just for a breath. And then to the top of the mat, come on back up. All right, let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Reach it all the way up. And then thumbs through the heart space as you fold forward. Inhale and exhale. Take it through vinyasa or straight to down dog. This time, as that right leg lifts, we'll step the foot forward. This time, keeping that right knee lifted, go ahead and find your way up into that high crescent lunge. Sink down into it. Yeah, nice. Breath in and out. All right, let's frame the foot again. And then this time, shifting the weight back with that back knee lifted. Coming back to our runner's lunge. Opening it up. Sink low. 2 more times. Last time. And then you got it. Reaching back up towards the sky. Again, taking the twist. So hands to the heart. Left elbow outside of the right knee. And then it's your choice, right? You can keep the hands at heart center. You can start to open up the arms. Maybe you find a half bind. Maybe there's a full bind. Wherever you are, again, just rotating through that right shoulder, trying to stack it over top of the left. Gaze up and back behind you. 1 more breath. And then unwinding yourself, finding that balance just for a moment. Hands down to the ground. Back to down dog. Inhale. Ooh, exhale. Gaze forward. And find those feet. Top of the mat. Last time through. Inhale. And exhale. Reach it all the way to the sky. And then let it all go as you fold forward. Inhale. Exhale. Step or jump it back. Vinyasa or down dog. You know the drill. Downward facing dog. Left leg reaches up. Step it through. Come on up. Find your balance. Really press into the ball of the back foot. Sink into that front knee. Yeah, try not to bend too much into that back knee. Try to keep that right leg strong. And then hands down to the ground for runner's lunge. Here we go. Shift the weight back. Left toes to the sky. And then sink into it. Pull it back. And sink it low. 2 more rounds. Notice maybe each time gets a little bit more opening. And then eventually we come back up. So rise up, press into the feet, find balance. Palms to the heart. Here we go. This time, right elbow outside of the left knee. Stay. Open up your wings. Half bind or full bind. Yeah, again, really thinking about that right knee. Lift up. Power up, rotate. And notice if that left hip is really pulling forward. See if you can't pull back, trying to level off the hips. You've got this. 1 more breath. And then unwinding yourself back up. And hands down. Taking it back to downward facing dog. And then releasing the knees to the earth. Find your child's pose. Just shift your weight back towards your heels. Hands can be out in front of you, or maybe they're back by your ankles. Maybe finding a little bit of movement as you reconnect with the breath. Maybe rolling that forehead on the ground, just doing what feels good. Releasing anything that doesn't. Nice. Very good. When you're ready, take your time. Go ahead and find your way back to downward facing dog. And then look forward, feet to the hands, top of the mat. Inhale and exhale. All right, this time coming into our gorilla. So putting weight into the heels as you slip the hands underneath of the feet, bringing those toes to that wrist crease. Maybe wiggling those toes around a little bit. And then really starting to feel yourself shift the weight towards the balls of the feet. Yeah. The heels don't have to lift, but just feel that sensation as if they might. Chest just relaxes towards the thighs. Head hangs heavy. It's a nice stretch for the low back. And again, always that moment of recognizing what it might be that is holding you back from just letting go. We're constantly holding tension in our jaw, in our shoulders, in our neck. And see if this can't be the time that you find some release from that tension. One more breath. And slowly begin to slide the hands out from underneath of the feet. Hands to the shins for a halfway lift. And then exhale to fold. Again, there's that bend in the knees as the arms reach wide, come all the way up, palms up overhead, and then thumbs to the heart. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. So let's work into our dancer pose from here. So we're gonna keep that right foot grounded, okay? We're gonna pull that left knee up into the chest. So just give it a little bit of a squeeze there to start. Notice if you're rolling forward, try to bring the shoulders up over the hips. And then from here, we're gonna sweep that left foot back behind us. Now you want your left hand to grab to the inside of that left foot. So bring knee to meet knee, okay? That's our starting point. Go ahead and reach those right fingertips up to the sky. And this could be where you stay. Just really working to pull that foot a little bit closer up into the bum. If you'd like to start to work into Nataraj, our dancer pose, from here, begin to hinge forward from the hips, starting to reach those right fingers forward. Keeping that foot in the hand, and if you fall out, just find your way back in, right? No prize for staying the whole time. Maybe we start to feel those toes reach up overhead, and then maybe the thumb and the forefinger of the right hand come together. Holding here in your dancer for 3, for 2, on 1, go ahead and find your way back, knee to knee, and then release the foot. Nice job. Hands to the hips, just roll it out for a moment, let that go. Balance is a funny thing, day to day, you never know what you're gonna get. All right, here we go, other side. This time left leg stays grounded. Let's bring that opposite knee up into the chest. I think I may have said the wrong knee before. So just whatever side you didn't do before. And then start to sweep that foot back behind. So again, that right hand comes to the inside of the right foot, bringing knee to meet knee. Left arm reaches to the sky. Let yourself lift up through the chest. Nice. On your next breath, stay as you are, or begin to hinge forward, reaching with those left fingertips, and then starting to draw that right foot back behind you. Settle in on a drishti, an unmoving point of focus. Maybe the foot starts to find its way up overhead. Maybe the thumb and the forefinger come together for one last breath. And then coming back through center. Really nice work, guys. Release. Again, hands to the hips, roll it out. Good stuff. All right. From here, we're gonna make our way into our Utkatasana, our chair pose. So toes together, heels apart. Unless you have low back pain, you can always bring those feet to hip distance. Start to sink your booty low and then reach the arms up towards the sky. Plug the shoulders in and then rotate those pinky fingers towards one another. See if you can't put the weight into the heels so that those toes are flying. And then take a look down. If you can't see your toes, shift your weight back just a little bit more. Holding here in your Utkatasana, your awkward pose, for just 2 more breaths. Sink for 1 more breath. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands down. Make your way through a vinyasa. Coming back to down dog. Once you get to down dog, right leg reaches to the sky, send it up. And then step the right foot forward. Here we go, rising up into our warrior one, traditional Surya Namaskar B. Sink into that front knee, square up through the hips. Always option to use the hands. Just one more breath here in your warrior one. And then hands come down to the ground. As you step back, maybe that right leg stays lifted. Maybe you flow. Maybe you go straight to down dog. You do you. As soon as you find your way back to down dog, left leg reaches high. Step it through, come on up. Warrior one. Couple breaths to get ourselves situated. Should be able to see that left big toe here. Nice, one more breath to sink into that front knee, relax through the shoulders. Ooh, hands down, step it back. Maybe left leg stays lifted. And then taking it back to down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Two more, inhale. And exhale. Last time. Just let it go. Gaze forward. Hopper step, feet to the hands. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Coming back to our Utkatasana, just one breath this time, so sink as low as you can go. And then hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Take it through a flow or skip it. Back to down dog. All right, we'll add on this time. So right leg reaches up. Step it through. Come on up into warrior one. Just rise up for that breath. And then from here, hands come behind the back. So start to reach those arms back behind you. So still keeping those warrior one legs, so still pressing into the pinky edge of that left foot. Just feel you start to reach the chest forward. And then lift those arms up so that they're level with the shoulders. Pressing as if you've got a ball between your hands. Yeah. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower, starting to feel a little bit more work through that right glute. Holding right here. And then rising up onto the ball of the left foot, bringing the arms out in front of you, bringing the palms to the heart, and then making our way into our warrior three. So really press off of that right foot and lift the left leg to the sky. Yeah, nice. Hang in here in your warrior three. If you fall out, you get back in. Just one more breath. And then releasing the hands down to frame that right foot. Bringing the nose towards the knee, coming into our standing splits. Yeah. One more breath. And from here, start to bring that left knee behind the right, sink into that right butt cheek, and then re-extend. Bring knee behind knee, and extend. Last time. Extend. This time, you're gonna bring that left knee behind the right, and then use your right hand to grab onto that left foot. Stay as you are, just working to lengthen out through that right leg. Or if you wanna find a balance posture, bring that left hand to the heart and begin to rise up. Yeah, it's kind of like a reverse dancer pose, right? So you got that left foot in the right hand, and then maybe you start to hinge forward just the way we did in our dancer pose. Yeah. One more breath. And if you're still down, stay there. If you're up, come on back down. Release that left foot down behind you. Bring the right foot to meet. Take a flow if you want it. Stay as you are if you don't. And then coming back to downward facing dog. Nice. Left leg reaches to the sky. Step it through. Come on up. Warrior one. Yeah, so sink down. Awesome. All right. So we're going to stay as we are with our legs, just like we did on the other side. Just gonna sweep the arms back behind us, bringing the chest right there towards the thigh. So try to level off through the arms, keeping those arms at about shoulder distance, pressing the palms together as if there's a ball behind you. Squeeze in through the belly. And then from here, come onto the ball of the right foot. Reach the arms out in front of you. And then palms to the heart, this time pressing into that left foot. And then lifting up off of that right leg, coming into your warrior three. Try to drop that right hip down. Maybe you can pull those right toes in towards the shin. One more breath to lift up. And then release the hands down into our standing splits. So from here, hands should be in line with the foot. So if they're forward, try to walk them back. Try to lift up through that leg one last time. And then let's find some curtsies. Right knee behind the left, sink into the hip. And extend. Knee behind knee. Kick it out. Again, knee behind knee. Send it up. And then this time, bringing that right knee behind the left. So again, you can stay. You can grab on for that right foot with your left hand. You can bring the right hand to the heart. Stay, or begin to rise up, coming into our variation on our dance pose. So if you're lifted, you can stay, shoulders over the hips, hand at the heart. Or maybe you begin to hinge forward, coming into that variation of dancer. Maybe that right arm goes forward. Wherever you are for 3, for 2, on 1. If you're up, go ahead and find your way down. Ooh, step that right foot back. And then go ahead and step it back. Make your way through a vinyasa. Coming back to down dog. 3 breaths, your choice, either in down dog or in child's pose. Nice. If you're in child's pose, go ahead and lift yourself back up to down dog. And then let's make our way into our pigeon pose. So reach the right leg up to the sky. And then bring that right knee behind the right wrist. Thinking about that right shin as parallel as it's going to get for most of us. That's not going to be very parallel, and that's okay. Go ahead and begin to walk your hands back just for a moment so that you can lift up through the heart. Yeah. Making sure that that left leg is long. Maybe you scoot the knee back a little bit. If you'd like to bring a block underneath of the hip, maybe a blanket. And then on your next breath, begin to fold forward, coming into your resting half pigeon, whatever variation works for you. And if resting half pigeon isn't your thing, feel free to come on down to your back and take a figure four with the legs instead. It's a little less intense, but it's an equal stretch. And once you get to pigeon, just doing your best to let go, to release. Again, acknowledging this moment in time and deciding if there's anything you can do to become a little bit more comfortable, a little less stressed, right? A lot of times we kind of notice a little bit more about what's going on in our pigeon. Hip stretches tend to bring up emotion. So if you're feeling any of those feels, just sit with it. Just keep breathing. Last 2 breaths here in our resting half pigeon. Wherever you are, start to Lift yourself up, walk your hands in towards your body, and then we're gonna take a quad stretch from here. So simply gonna lift up that left foot, bring it in towards the body. So if you can make connection with the foot and the hand, great. If not, then just stay here, right? Just keep pulling that foot in. But if you can, maybe bring that left hand around to grab the foot, or maybe it's more comfortable to bring the right hand around. It doesn't matter, there's no right or wrong. Wherever you are, just think about trying to square yourself off, right? Maybe that foot can come a little bit closer in towards your bum, feeling that nice stretch through the hip flexor and through the quad. One more breath. If you have foot in hand, go ahead and slowly release. Curl the left toes under, make your way back to down dog. Maybe that's through a vinyasa, maybe it's straight there. And then here we go, left leg reaches high. Bring that left knee behind the left wrist. Set yourself up. So again, maybe that shin can come a little bit more parallel, but don't feel like it has to. Making sure that that right leg is now straight, top of the foot on the ground. Maybe those hands walk back just for a moment so that you can open the chest, feel a little bit of a stretch through the low back. And then when you're ready, surrendering into your resting half pigeon. Last 2 breaths. Begin to lift ourselves up. Walk those hands back in. This time lifting that right foot up. And again, your choice to stay right here. Foot pulling in, no hands. Or maybe you reach around grabbing for the foot, noticing the difference between this side, the other side. Again, working to square off through the shoulders and through the hips. Not yanking on the foot if you have the foot, but just feeling very gentle, guiding sensation as that foot comes in closer to the bum, bringing that lovely stretch to the quad and the hips. Release. Hands down. Curl the right toes under. Last opportunity for vinyasa. Take it if you want it. We're all going to meet back in our downward facing dog. Releasing the knees to the earth. Walk your hands back towards your knees. And then behind you, bring that right ankle on top of the left. And then start to sit yourself back behind your heels. As you get there, extend the legs out in front of you. Take a great big breath in as you reach the arms to the sky. And then exhale, fold forward, maybe bending the knees, maybe pulling those feet in towards your body. You decide how the hamstrings, how the low back, how the neck feels. And take your version of Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. And slowly begin to lift yourself up. You reach the arms out in front of you. Slowly lower yourself all the way down to your back. And once you get there, hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself one more great big, well-deserved hug. Any last postures that you'd like to take, feel free. Otherwise, finding our way into our final resting pose, Savasana. And that can look very different from all of us. Maybe those feet are as wide as the mat. Maybe they're staying closer together. Maybe your feet are on the mat with your knees up the way we began. Whatever it is that you settle on, just finding yourself in this very peaceful and relaxed place, an opportunity to feel all of those sensations that come from our yoga practice. And acknowledging this moment in time, knowing that everything else is out there waiting, but for now, these last couple minutes are your time. Slowly and gently beginning to reawaken the body. Taking your time, finding those small movements through fingers, toes, ankles, wrists. Eventually, when you're ready, reaching arms overhead for full body stretch. Slow and gentle, knees pulling into the chest. One more time. And then rolling off to your favorite side, fetal position. Trust the weight. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. Making your way back into easy seat, coming to your bum with your legs crossed in front of you and your palms at heart center. Deep breath in, complete breath out, thumbs to the forehead. May all beings be happy. May all beings be loved. And may all beings be safe. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Sorry about the music issues, but thanks for letting me know. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Nice Memorial Day weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Thank you.